big moves, big moves. Got big moves going on this morning. We got Trump media on watch heavily today. Trump media is on watch heavily as what we had a big, when market opened this morning, we jumped from 38 to a high of 43.56. And right now we are at 42.40. As we make a move on up, we passed that resistance line, which I'm gonna turn this, I'm gonna get rid of this. Let me see, we move this resistance line that to, okay. This is the support. I mean, that's resistance. This is the support. We got 2 minutes left before market is open. Let's see what Nvidia is doing, because I did get an Nvidia contract and I held it overnight, and I got in on an Nvidia contract at 142.30, somewhere around this area, around 142.30. I caught this big dip right here on Nvidia, right? This big dip on Nvidia, hoping for the push back up. But the good thing about this Nvidia contract, I got it for 3 weeks, right? So I wanted to get in back here, but then I was waiting to see if it was going to bounce back down to resistance or support, or down to this 140 even support, but it didn't. It caught support right here, and then it moved on up. And once it broke this, I jumped in right up around here, 140, right around 140. I call it 142.50. Then we had a good open this morning. Boom. Now we back up here. We got 1 minute left before market open. And so I got that trade going on right now. And if we're up over 25%, I'm going to get out of that trade as soon as the market open, depending on what happens. But it would be nice to hold to this 144.13, which would be all-time highs. And I think that's all-time highs. Let me relook. 144.50 is all-time highs. So if it can get up to 144.50, I absolutely get out. So here we go, y'all. Market is about to open. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Here we go. As we get a dump. We got a dump on open. But over here on Donald Trump, on that Trump trade, we got a little dump on there too, looking for the bounce. We got a little pullback, waiting on that bounce up. Let's see. No correction. This Nvidia trade expires on Friday. So I got to be really, really careful. I thought it was 3 weeks, but it expires. Wait, no. Yeah, it expires on November the 8th. It expires on Nvidia on November the 8th. This contract that I got on Nvidia. Okay. Trump media this is what we watching right now. Trump media is on the move. 42.16 as we get the move on up. Let me move this to Trump media. As we are looking for a bounce. We're looking for the bounce on Nvidia. Whoa. It went all the way down to that 41. Still going down. We need to get a bounce back up. On this Nvidia trade, I'm down right now 16%. But like I said, I got it. I got it. It is a swing trade because these contracts don't expire until November the 8th. So I got a little minute to just hold it. So I'm not worried about it right now. It's not a day trade. Oh, look at Trump medium explode. Let me see what the SPY doing. Yeah, on the move. So Nvidia should be moving real soon too. AMD, Google, Amazon, Apple, Tesla. Get back on Donald Trump Jr. Big move on Donald Trump Jr. Let's see. Let me move over there. Okay. On Donald Trump Jr., we are up 37%. Up 37% on Donald Trump Jr. I mean, on Donald Trump Media. We up. No, we up 54%. Up 54% on Donald Trump Jr. Good bounce up to that 43.79. Man, can we get to $50? Right? I don't even want to look at that on the daily anymore. I don't want to look at that by the minute. I want to look at that because we are holding this until November the 5th, which is President's Day, which is Election Day. We are holding it until November the 5th. So we got to rock and roll. Should I look for a day trade? Should I look for a day trade? We are at support on Nvidia. We're at support on Nvidia. We had a sell-off, a big sell-off at the beginning of the day. I'm down about, let me see how much I am down on that trade, because I am down. Let's see. Only 16%. I'm only down 16% on that trade. But if it was a day trade, I would have got out by now. But this is not a day trade. This is not a day trade. This is a swing trade, multi-day. I can hold it for the rest of this week if need be, because I also know that Nvidia earnings are coming up real soon. That's what I need to be checking on, the exact day of Nvidia's earnings. So let me go over here. Let me go look. Where is it? Okay, it's at the top, right. I'm over here. I'm trying to look at Nvidia's earnings day. Let's see. Earnings. Earnings are November the 20th because it is earnings season. So Nvidia's earnings are November the 20th. So as we get closer to November, we should get over this 144.50. That's what we're looking to do. We're looking to get over that 144.50. That's what we're looking to do. Get over that 144.50 with Nvidia. Okay, let's go back to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is on the move, bro. Big high alert. Donald Trump media is on big high alert. Big high alert. Let's see what the contracts look like on Donald Trump Jr. I might go and do a day trade with Trump media. Let's see. Let me check it out. Where are you at? There you go. Let's see what it is. See, I don't like the contracts on Trump media. Let me move. Maybe I pushed the wrong button. No, and they are super expensive. I stick with the shares because I stick with the shares. The spreads are not what I'm looking for, but I got to see how it move. Maybe it move in 5 cent increments. Let me see. I've never, I have never bought contracts with Trump Media. I've never did that, so I don't know how those contracts move. They move in 5 cent increments. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Okay, we up 44.99. Boy, we moving on Trump Media. Man, we are moving. Shout out to the traders that pulled the trigger on Trump Media. Shout out to you. Because we on the move, brother. We on the move, bro. Look. We are on the move. Look at the 6 month. Look at that 6 month chart. Remember, I've been talking all last week. If you've been here, all these lines mean something. All these lines are support lines. Now we are what? We above the support. We're above the resistance line that I was talking about last week. We are above that. We're above that resistance line. Now we're trying to get up. We got smooth sailing. Remember, I said that last week. Once we get over this red line right there, which is resistance, there's too many lines that I can't really see what it is. I think 40. All right. Once we got over $40, once we got over the 40, the next resistance line, the next clear resistance is 55. It's right here. You can see touch, 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 almost a touch. So the clear resistance line is right around 55. I just gonna leave it at 55. Right around $55 is the next main resistance line. Then after that, it's 80. So we pushing through 44.40. Let's see. Let me move to the 1 minute. We got to get above 45. We got to get above 45. So we got to get above that. We got to get above that. We got to get above 45 and move it on up. But it's not really a rush. You know what I'm saying? It got to be healthy. It got to be a healthy move, meaning that we don't want it to just shoot up. We want it to come down, consolidate a little bit, and build higher lows, and slowly move its way on up. Well, now seeing, well, I like looking at it like about right here. So $55 is not really in sight yet. It's not really in sight yet, but we are getting there. Once we see that black line, that's the next resistance line. That's this line. We moving on up. Look, y'all. Just look. This is a beautiful. Let's see. Let me go on year to date. This is a beautiful picture right here. Yeah, right there. That is a beautiful picture. To see all-time highs right here is at 175, which happened around this time in 2021. In 2021, in October, which basically 3 years ago, Trump Media was at $175. Boy, I hate the people, but people that bought up there, ooh, but and then look, dumb. came back up to that resistance line, which is 100. Came back down, all the way back down to $11. Which if you got in around 11, 15, great entry. You caught the bottom, bro. Caught the bottom. If you got in down here at these lows, came back up, $55 resistance, down, resistance, down, resistance. Broke resistance, came back up to 80, back down. See this right here, that $55 is going to be strong resistance. So right here, I need to, let's see, I need to thicken that line. Yeah, that's strong. Wait, the size of the line. Yeah, that's strong resistance right there. This 80 is not much of a strong resistance because we didn't see that many touches. So I'm gonna make that a light. Wait, no, I messed up. Okay. Make that one back strong. Make this one at 80 a lot lighter. Yeah, because let me see, let me go back and look. Yeah, because yeah, it's kind of light. That's cool. But this is the main line right here. You know, that's this the main line. But we got to get the moving. You know what I'm saying? Because we got about 10 days before the election. So we got to get the moving. Let's see, right now we're having a pullback. It's pulling back pretty good. Nvidia is pulling back pretty good. Nvidia is pulling back pretty good. All the gains from overnight, Nvidia has gave back, but we got a bounce right here because you see that's. I need to change this to green. I need to change this to green because that's green. That's support. As you can see, support right here. Support is when it finds the bottom to bounce off of. Yeah, so that's support, and we are bouncing off of. Well, we cracked the support. Man, look. Well, let me get back to Nvidia. It's not looking too good on the put side. I mean, on the call side. And you know, since it's Monday, the contracts are kind of it's more expensive. As we broke through, I'm finna look for a position right in on a day trade on Nvidia. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. On the way back up. $140.77. Let's support. We are down 8 cents on the day. Let me see over here because my EMAs are still not working. Well, I didn't reset it. I need to remind myself to do that. So all the EMAs are pointing down right now. Yeah, all the EMAs are pointing down as we're trying to get back up to that VWAP. I got to remember to reboot this computer for sure today so I can get all my EMAs back. Even though I got another chart over here that I'm looking at, my monitor that I'm looking at, I like seeing the EMAs right here. instead of looking over there all the time. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Hit that like button as we watch Donald Trump media. As we watch this Trump show right here. And Nvidia. I'm trying to look for a position in Nvidia. I'm just being patient. It's Money Monday, and we know how it rocks on Money Monday. We are right around 15 minutes in, close to 20 minutes. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is Money Monday, and we are watching Trump media. As it gets good, man, I can't worry about Nvidia right now. We worried about Trump media. Let's go. We broke that 45. That's what I was just talking about. We needed to break the 45, and we running. We needed to break the 45. Can we get to 50 today? Can we get to 50? If you're rolling with Trump media, hit the like button. Can we get to 50 today? Can we get to 50? I'm not going. This is the next resistance line. If we go above 54, this line right here, we smooth sailing to 80. This is the next $55. Is the next resistance line that we need to break. Strong resistance at 55. Once we break 55, it's smooth sailing to $80. 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 Let's go, Donald Trump. Let's go, Trump media. We're still getting the bounce on Nvidia. We're still getting that bounce off the support line. I still got my contracts loaded though on Nvidia. Money Monday. Good morning, good morning. I am your host, the Stock Sniper. Appreciate you for joining me. You could be anywhere else, but you're here kicking it with me. And I got it in. I didn't mean to have it in the mode that I got it in right now. I got it in landscaping mode, like phone mode. I messed up. I didn't want it because I don't think you could really. Well, if you can't see this screen, cool. But I really didn't want to have it in phone mode. I wanted it in computer mode. I made a mistake. Here we go. Here go that drop up under resist, under support on Nvidia. On Nvidia, we gotta let me see. We're looking for the downside. We're looking for the downside. Here we go. I'm looking for the 140.80 break on the downside. Yes, I do have a swing trade with Nvidia on two contracts that expire November the 8th. And yes, I am down right now on those contracts, but I'm not worried as we get close to earnings day, which is November the 20th, I think, is earnings. Let me relook at it again. But I am down on that, on Nvidia, on that swing trade, which is the multi-day hold. I am down on it, on that. But I'm looking for a comeback. I'm looking for a comeback on that as we get close to earnings. As we get close to earnings. Okay, let me. Keeping my eyes peeled. Keeping my eyes peeled. Look at Trump media. Trump media is on the move. Trump media is on the move. Let's go. We're over 46 now. Can we get to $50 today? Which would be nice. If we can close today, close to 50. Close to $50 on Trump media. Can we close to $50 on Trump media? I am on this Trump media. I am up. I'm for sure I'm up over 50%. Let's see. Yes. I'm up 64% on my Trump media play. I just been dollar cost averaging in since September. I've been dollar cost averaging in. I've been buying all the dumps, all the dips. Every time we get a pullback, I just been dollar cost averaging in. Right? That's what I've been doing. So right now I'm just holding. I'm holding what I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding what I got. And I'm up 63% right now. We're getting a little pullback. We love these healthy pullbacks. We love them. We love these healthy pullbacks. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some selling. There's going to be some buying because people don't want to miss out on the run up past $54. So we're just watching that. Let's see what's going to happen. I am up 63%. If you are in Donald Trump, Trump media, DJT ticker symbol, congratulations. If you got in, whoa, down here at these lows, if you got in at these lows around 11, 17, 20, I think my average cost is $27.86. My average cost is $28. I just been dollar cost averaging in, guys. I wish I could have got in down here, but I just started dollar cost averaging in and holding. And I'm holding this, as you see right here, more people are starting to buy. Bro, I got in at a perfect angle, perfect spot. $28. $28 is my entry price on Donald Trump media. And I'm just going to hold it. The next resistance line is right here, which is strong resistance. Because why? We got a touch right here. We got a touch right here. We got a touch right here. Touch, 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 touch. Strong, strong resistance. You know what I'm saying? Right here at the 54.95 mark. You know what I'm saying? Strong, strong resistance. So once we get through this, it's going to be tough, though. This is going to be a tough spot, right? Because right here, all this selling, that's resistance, all this selling, touch and go down, touch and go down, touch and go down. You know what I'm saying? Touch went all the way back down to 11. Now we back up to 50. Once we get over this $55 mark, the next resistance is right there. The next resistance after we break 55 is 80, right? Then what? Then what we waiting on? Let's see. After we break that, look, after we break 80, the next resistance is 100. So we got to keep moving up. You know what I'm saying? It would be great to wake up in the morning and we're above this 54. It would be great. As we get close, and look at all this buying, bro. Look at all this volume. It's just now starting to pick up. It's just now starting to pick up. And once we break this, $80, here we come. $80, here we come. Then, man, this is the main line right there. If we can get back up to 175, if Donald Trump wins this presidency, We going above that 175. We're going above that 175. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. If Donald Trump wins this presidency, his company, Trump Media, which that's the matter of the live. Look, 175. But we got to start moving like we are right now. I got a lot of lines in which I should erase. That's what I'm gonna do. All these lines. I've been doing technical analysis, and I've been doing this, man, since September. I've been watching this since September. Got in there some good lows. I'm erasing them lines. We don't need them lines no more. Those lines are history. I need to make it simple. Even move, let's see, what line is that? Let me go back and look and see what that red line is. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that line. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that line there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that red line there. So we see our next line is the 55. We are right here right now. You see these resistance lines right here. We got to break that. We got to break this 55. Once we break the 55, we should be smooth sailing well into the 60s for the move back up to the 80s. That's what we waiting on. That's what we waiting on. That's exactly what we waiting on. Hope everybody having a great day, great morning. If you are in this trade, congratulations. It is a trade. It is not a long-term hold. It's not. It's a trade. It's my presidential trade, right? As we get close to the election, this will go up. If Trump wins, we're going to the moon. Okay, what's going on now? It looks like a pullback, right? We got a pullback. We got a pullback. Those pullbacks that I talk about, healthy pullbacks. High of the day, 46. Might as well say 46.30. We're building higher lows. We love healthy pullbacks. This was a good pullback. Now we need more buyers to come in, right? These are higher lows. Let me go and put the line in. Put that line in. That line that we love so much. The uptrend line. Yeah, that's what it's called. So you can clearly see the higher lows. You can clearly see those higher lows. And what we need is healthy pullbacks, but continue to go up to get up to this line right here. Hopefully we get here by, well, it'd be great if we there by in the morning, but for sure by Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, because I think the election is next Tuesday. Let me make sure I'm right. I'm just going by my memory. Yeah, the election is next Tuesday. So, wow, I'm up 61% on this Donald Trump trade. Great day today for Donald Trump. Great day for Trump Media and everybody that's rolling with this trade. Yeah. Okay, let's see what Nvidia is doing. Okay, Nvidia is moving back up. I am down on this Nvidia trade, but it's not a day trade. It is a multi-day hold. I got 2 contracts on Nvidia that expire November the 8th. And Nvidia earnings is November the 20th. I should have got the contracts a little bit farther out to maybe December 1st. So that is a mistake that I made. I should have got the contracts after December 1st, right? To give it a better, to give the contract a little bit of time, more time, and then the company and the stock a little bit more time to get back up, and pass up these all-time highs as we get close to earnings season. So we're gonna see how this trade go play out. I'm down about 20% on this trade right now, but we are on the move up. As you just seen, now it's balanced between going red or green. You can see we battling right now, right here. So let's see what the SPY is doing. The SPY is stagnant. SPY is the overall stock market. S&P 500, stagnant, really no movement. Facebook had a dump this morning. It's trying to recover. Let's see what Microsoft gonna do. See, this is gonna tell me what to expect from Nvidia. Okay, another dump. They found this bottom down here on the way back up. The Tesla, little dump on the way back up. We love Tesla. Shout out to Elon Musk. Apple, down a little bit, found its bottom on the way back up. Amazon, love Amazon. It's kind of up and down, choppy. Google, same as SPY and Meta. That's all these companies are inside of the SPY. Okay, it dumps down. Boom. Bottom right here on the way back up. AMD, W pattern. W pattern. What can it do? Can it finish out this W pattern? We love W patterns. W. We love W patterns. W patterns usually show a sign that we gonna have a breakout. So we're gonna come back and look at that and see if that call that I'm calling right now ends up being true. We love W patterns, but we needed to complete the W pattern and break out of that 158.80 area. And this is like it's about to get ready to do right now. So let's watch it. Let's see if I'm right. For the people that say that the stock market is gambling, day trading is gambling, I'm about to call out a play right now. W pattern. Let's see. Let's go back to Nvidia. Nvidia is back above, right back up to the 141.80. We're trying to get above that. But as y'all know, I love if you've been watching me, I love the VWAP, I love the 9 EMA, I love the 13 EMA, and I love the 20 EMA. And the VWAP, as you can see, it's starting to curl. It's getting a little curl into it. What does that mean? That means that is an indicator that we're probably going to turn around and get back over here and make it back up here and turn this trade around. Okay, Donald Trump media is bouncing off the trend line, right? Building higher lows, bouncing off the trend line. We needed to continue to bounce. Healthy bounces is going up under that line. It's not good, but we needed to keep going all the way up and make the move all the way up. If we're going long, if you're going short, you got a good entry right here. If you going against this trade, you got a good entry right here, and you got a good entry right here, and you're doing good. If you are in up from up here or from right here or from right here, you looking good because it's looking like it's gonna break the trend line. That trend line is looking like yep. See, I just called out a play. I just said it's looking like it's gonna break the trend line, and it did. So if you own short, congratulations. If you shorting it, you should be getting out right now though. They go to tell. If you shorted it from right here, you should be getting out. If you holding it from up here, you pretty much good until we get back inside of this trend line. If you in short, I know it's some people that is not going long. They're taking shorts. But as long as we get back inside of this trend line right here, we'll be all right. The trend line is kind of off. So it is kind of off. But hey, it's not, it don't have to be perfect. It's just an indicator to let you know what's going on. That's what these trend lines are for. Everything is green, bro. Everything. The Dow. This the Dow Jones. Everything is green. Microsoft. Everything. So Nvidia should have a good turnaround real soon. Okay, and I don't remember who had the W pattern. Let me see. Let me find that W pattern. Was it AMD? Yeah. Still trying to stay with the W pattern. That's the W. Trying to get the move up above and break this to complete that W pattern for the move on up. It's an ugly W pattern, but it is a W pattern. Double bottoms or triple bottom. Bottom here, bottom there, bottom right there. Okay. Trump media is trying to move. We have moved back inside of that uptrend as we still follow this uptrend. Oh, now I can go on and make the uptrend a little bit more accurate. I am moving fast, so that uptrend is really, really off. Okay. Okay, that's more of an accurate uptrend. That's more of an accurate uptrend. But we are seeing it flat out, like we're gonna start moving in the channel. So let me move this. That's the resistance line. And I'm gonna move this so we won't have too many lines. Okay. So yeah, now the channel, the uptrend is just about gone. We're starting to flatten out now. So we're starting to flatten out. So let me get rid of this uptrend. Let me get rid of this. Well, I'm gonna wait until it keeps on moving sideways like this. Then I'm gonna remove that uptrend. But I kind of see what's going on with it right now. And let's see what Nvidia is doing. AMD is trying to break out of that W pattern. So this will be the second trade that I called out once it breaks this 158.80. Okay, here we go. Nvidia back up under. No trades on Nvidia yet, except for the one that I'm holding. Basically, mostly watching Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump media. That's mostly what I'm watching today. I have not done one day trade yet. Not one day trade yet. Up 63% on this Donald Trump presidential trade. Up 63%. On the move on up. Thank y'all for joining me. I am your host, the Stock Sniper. Live in my office. I'm in my office just doing what I do every single morning, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 to 10:30. But lately, I've been finishing up around 8:45, 8:50. And then I, talk a little bit to around 9:30. But the time is 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., Monday through Friday, in my office. If usually come to the live when I'm watching the football game, or if I'm, talking about different subjects, or if I'm out doing what I do. This is what I do in the morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. This is where I'm at. Yeah, Wall Street, 704 Wall Street, 704 Wall Street, my block. Yeah, that's my block. So we moving on up. We trying here we the high of the day is 46.28. We're trying to get back above this 46.28. Trying to get back up there. Let's see what Nvidia is doing. Nvidia is on the move. Let's see it AMD. See, if you were just watching, did not call out the W pattern. W pattern always do what? When you break that W pattern, you get a breakout. That's what I said. I called out 2 plays already. All I had to do was just see. Once I seen that W, I already knew what it was. It just had to play out. So y'all that say day trading is gambling, I just showed you. I said if you was watching, and I came straight here, I said, ooh, that's a W pattern. But W patterns are breakouts. 158.80 breakout. Just called it. See, if you think that day trading is gambling, you just ain't educated. You don't know. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. See, that's why you got to learn these patterns. You got to learn how to read these charts. Why do you think charts are in geography? Charts are in math. Why do you think in school they had everything on graphs, bar graphs? That's exactly what this is. Once you learn how to read that graph or that bar graph, you can pull money out of thin air. I just called out a W pattern. Break a 158.80, we're going to see a what? Shoot up. That's what happened. So if you recognize that W pattern, I say, and went on and got in before it even formed and broke, congratulations. Donald Trump, back up here toward these highs, 46.48. Can we break it? Can we break the 46.48? Can we break it? The 46.48. I called out this play, uptrend. Healthy what? Pullbacks. Healthy pullback. We stumbled a little bit, but we went back, got in right above this uptrend line, and now we're looking to break what? The high of the day, which is 46.28, which is a resistance line. That's a double touch. Touch number 1, touch number 2 on the resistance line. On the resistance line. 2 touches on 46.28. Go back to Nvidia. Nvidia is still struggling to get above 42. Still struggling to get above 42. And look, it's light volume on Nvidia. Today is a slow day for Nvidia. So the only move on Nvidia was this morning. One thing I know about this deal, about Nvidia, as far as these charts, big movements on Nvidia. And we only had one so far, and that's the start of the day. So what? It's going to be another breakdown or another breakup for big movement. So we already had one big movement right here. So we waiting on Nvidia's next big movement. But like I always say, from me watching and studying this chart, Nvidia moves either to the upside or to the downside. This morning, we had a move to the downside. I was looking for the continuation from pre-market. I was looking for see, look at this big green candle from pre-market. I was looking for the continuation, the move on up past highs. That's what I was looking for. But I'm still holding that contract. I got in on that contract Friday around right here. That's when I got in. That's when I got those contracts right here. You know what I'm saying? Looking for the move on up to the all-time high, 144.50. So I gotta wait now, and I'm down probably 20% on that. So yes, I am down on my Nvidia trade so far. My entry price is right here. So I gotta wait. It's a multi-day hold. I would love for it to have shot up and got up here, and I could have got out already. But I know earnings is coming up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna hold it. I'm down 20% right now. I'm just gonna hold it. Donald Trump. We're looking to break that 46.28. We're looking to break that 40. As it looks like we're forming a bull flag. Yeah, it looks like we're forming a bull flag. Let's see. The flag is this. This is the pole. The touch, higher lows, and it's forming a flag right here. And what happens when you form a flag, a bull flag, breakout of the bull flag. 46.50 on the high today. But we got a tail, upper shadow. That's a sign of a turnaround on the upper shadow. Let's see. That upper shadow is a sign that we're going to go down. It's called an upper shadow in trading terms, but I call it a tail to make it simple for people that don't understand what an upper shadow is. It's just a tail. Either it forms from the top or it forms from the bottom. The top is like an indicator that it's going to go down. If it forms from the bottom, down here like this one is a lower shadow. This is the upper shadow. That's a lower shadow. Lower tail, upper tail. And the lower tail is an indicator that it's going to go up. But this tail right here is an indicator that it's going to go down. But it looked like it's going to break through that upper tail. That's what it looked like. It looked like it's going to break above the 46.56 to complete the bull flag. There it go. It completes the bull flag. We're moving on up. I'm up 67% now. Let's go. Nvidia, what you doing? We need to get see Nvidia is not moving today. I guess it's gonna be one of these days on Nvidia, which never happens. It's always multiple moves with Nvidia. This big move right here usually happens 2 or 3 times within the intraday period with Nvidia. That's why I abandoned SPY. I've been trading SPY. I've been day trading the overall stock market for years. But Nvidia has taken its spot. Why? Because we get these multiple moves 2 or 3 times in an intraday period. Let's go back to the 1 minute. But we're moving sideways now, and we're moving sideways. We're moving sideways with Nvidia. We're moving sideways. Let me go back to Donald Trump. Look, move on up, 46.71. This is my live reaction to this Donald Trump media presidential trade. Yes, I'm in. I'm in it to win it. Closing in on 70%. Because in my opinion, Donald Trump is going to be the president. That's what I think. It's my opinion. It might not be your opinion, but it's my opinion that Donald Trump will be the next president. So, yes, I'm in this play, not long term. This is not a long-term investment. This is a presidential play. And I've been dollar cost averaging in ever since September. I've been buying, adding to my position. I sold some, added some more. You know, that's what I've been doing now. I've been adding. I'm not adding anymore. No more right now. My dollar cost average is $28 a share. I'm not adding no more. I'm just holding. I'm holding until next Tuesday. Right. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I got 50 shares. My plan, I don't know if you've been here with me earlier, last couple of weeks. Now my plan is done. I got 50 shares of this Donald Trump media with an average cost of $28, right? My plan is before the election, because we buy the rumor and we sell the news. So before the election, I'm going to sell half of them. I'm going to sell half and I'm going to sit on the other half, right? Once I sell the half, I'm going to sell half of them. I'm going to sit on the other half until the election, until the results come out. Once they say Donald Trump is the winner, this is what I'm looking for. Pay attention. Once they say Donald Trump is the new president, the other 25, I'm holding to this right here, 175, which is all-time highs. That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. So I got 50. I'm going to sell half, right? This is my strategy. I'm going to sell half. If it gets close to $80 and I sell half, that's my initial investment, right? That's my initial investment. So I got my investment back. I ain't even call it an investment. Well, yeah, I got that back. So the other half would be straight profit. So either way it go, I'm gonna at least have a little bit of profit or break even if he don't win. If that makes sense. But if he wins, those 25 shares gonna go up to $175 a share. That's automatic. So I gotta watch this real heavily. I'm probably gonna do less day trading as we get close to this presidency. I'm gonna do less day trading as Nvidia breaks down. Nvidia is back red. I'm gonna do less day trading and more of watching the news and more watching this stock. Cause I know if he wins, we're going to all-time high, bro. I know that. I know that. So that's what I'm sitting back waiting on. That's what I'm sitting back waiting on. Yep. I'm waiting to see when Donald Trump win this presidency. I'm a sell half and I'm a hold half. And once the results come out the next morning, which will be Wednesday morning, guess what? I'm gonna sell the other half and move on to the next company. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my profits from that and I'm gonna put a quarter of it in Nvidia, and I'm gonna put a quarter of it in the overall market, which is the S&P 500. I'm gonna put the other quarter in the Tesla, Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That'd be 75%, because we are investors over here. I'm a day trader and an investor. I'm more of an investor than I am a day trader. Yeah, let me say that again. I am more of an investor than I am a day trader. Yeah. And I invest in big boy companies, S&P 500, Facebook, Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Google. Everything that I invest in is right here. Yeah. So that's my plan. Recap my plan. I'm gonna recap. Let me go back to 2 minutes. This is my recap of my plan. Let me get off Google. Yeah, we got a sell-off going right now. Back down to, I'll be talking about the healthy sell-offs on the higher lows. A sell-off is healthy. We don't want it going straight up. We want pullbacks. We want people selling and more people coming in buying. Because a lot of people don't want to buy at the high. They want dip buys. They want, because you buy at the high, that's like paying full price. You want a wholesale. You know what I'm saying? A dip buy, that's a wholesale. You know what I'm saying? That's like buy a wholesale house, or, you know, wholesale on clothes or whatever. A wholesale on a vehicle. You want a wholesale. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to buy at all time. You don't want to buy at the highest price. You want to get a wholesale. You want to get a bargain. You know what I'm saying? If you're from the streets, you know what a wholesale is. You know what I'm saying? You want to buy something you can make money off of. You don't want to buy it at You don't want to buy it at retail. You want a wholesale. That's all this is right here. That's all it is. People are buying at the highs, and then more people are getting in, you know what I'm saying, and rebuying. That's what's going on. Now you see, now it's bouncing off my uptrend line. That's all. Healthy selling and healthy buying to push it all the way up for the break of 47. That's what's happening right now. I've been on an hour. That's what's happening right now. If you're really paying attention, you see I'm calling all this out. Calling it out as I go. How can you do that, Stock Sniper? Because I got hours and years of studying the charts. The chart studying started in geography. Yeah. When we thought those reading charts didn't mean nothing in school, it meant something. It did. It meant something. So, okay, Nvidia still moving super slow. Everything is green today. It's a great day in the market, Money Monday. But yeah, let me recap. My 50 shares. Before the election, I'm selling half. Leave me with 25. After Donald Trump has announced the winner, I'm looking for it to break this 175. I'm looking for it to break that. Automatically, once I get out, if it does, it might not. That's what I'm thinking. That's my analysis and everything telling me if he win, this 175 is going down. Especially if this 100 goes down before the election. That's why it's a very important week. I got these lines, all these lines mean something. This is strong resistance, the 55. We need to get over that in the next couple of days. Get up to 60, past 60, get to 80. You know what I'm saying? We need to move up within the next week. But I'm gonna take half off the table. And I'm a snake skin Randy the other half. If he wins, boom. I pretty much know that it's gonna break this 175. Once it do that, I'm not gonna go to the club. I'm not gonna buy no Jordans or none of that. I'm not gonna go spend it all on my wife. I know that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take 75% of it and I'm gonna invest in these big boy companies. I'm gonna take 25% and load it all in Nvidia. I'm gonna take the other 25%. I'm gonna invest in the S&P 500. I'm gonna take the other 25% and I'm gonna put it in Tesla. And then the other 25%, 12 point, half of that 25%, I'm gonna get me a whole brand new setup because I am a content creator now. I'm gonna give me a whole new setup. In other words, I'm gonna invest in my content creation. And then the other 12%, I'm gonna put it in my emergency fund. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna come right back here Thursday morning or Wednesday morning, 8:30 a.m., and I'm gonna do the same thing all over again. I'm gonna start back day trading in Nvidia, SPYG. Yeah, I'm gonna start it all back over again. Right. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So that's my plan. So the SPY, let me 1 minute. The SPY is having a pullback. The SPY is the overall stock market. It's the S&P 500, but the ticker symbol SPY, the SPY. But this is the overall stock market. All of these companies, this is an ETF. The SPY is not a stock. It is basically the top 500 companies in America. It's an ETF, extended trading fund. That's what it's called. It's a fund, and all of these companies make up this fund. That's it's called S&P 500. Top 500 of the companies, top 500 companies in America. That's what the S&P 500 is. If you don't know nothing about investing, you can, but you know about Facebook, you know about Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, and all that. This is a great start to start investing in. You can't go wrong with the SPY. Why you can't go wrong with the SPY, stock sniper? I'm finna show you. If you're just now seeing this, when I seen this, when I got showed this when I was a little bitty kid, this is what I seen. Somebody would say that the stock market is down. Look, 2009, $52. Look, $586 now. The overall stock market, the S&P 500, America's top 500 companies are going all the way up. Long-term investment. See, that's what they don't want us to know. They don't want us investing in the stock market long-term. Somebody say, well, it take too long. Bro, you can use the S&P 500 as a savings account. Which that's another thing they don't tell us. The people that's building wealth, right? They don't have no money sitting in no shoebox. They don't have no money sitting in some savings account. You know where they have their money sitting at? Savings account. But have an emergency fund. And then use the other and use the earnings off of long-term investing and invest in other things to hedge. That's what they do. Yeah. Jay-Z and all them, they ain't got no Jay-Z ain't got $1 billion sitting in the bank. That that is a evaluation. When they say that Jay-Z is worth $1 billion, as an example, that is an evaluation. That doesn't mean he has $1 billion in the bank. That is an evaluation of his overall assets. And majority of his assets are in what? Stocks. Jay-Z is a heavy investor in Uber. Majority of Jay-Z's wealth comes from investments. Uber, liquor, clubs, different companies. They park their money in those companies and let them sit. Jay-Z is an early investor in Uber. This is Uber. He is an early investor in Uber. 50 Cent, vitamin water. Early investors. Also a product of the product. And sell the product. They'll sell it too. They'll sell the product, but they get majority of their wealth in stocks inside of the company. Yes. Shaq, he do those Geico commercials. He gets incentives, which are stocks, shares in the company that you can pass down to your family. That's what builds wealth. That's why these dudes are worth 150 million, 200 million, 300 million, 500 million, a billion. Diddy. That's the reason why his net worth go down. They start breaking contracts. They evaluate their net worth by assets. If you got an Apple phone, ain't no reason why you shouldn't be owning some shares of Apple. There's no reason. No reason at all. Especially if you like it. You should be owning Apple shares and then telling other people how good the Apple phone is, so they'll do what? They'll buy an Apple phone, or they'll buy an Apple Watch, or they'll buy an Apple computer. Because once you own shares of stocks, a stock and a share is the same thing. Once you buy your first stock, I don't care if it's one share, you are now a shareholder. You are now a business owner. And if you own a lot, like if you start buying a lot and you start getting up in the, a big time shareholder, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna bring you to the table. They're gonna bring you to the table. And what the shareholders think, that means something. You vote on certain things when you are a shareholder. All the shareholders, Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett. If you are a shareholder in Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, guess what? You go to the shareholders meeting. You are a business owner. You own part of the company. I love owning a company and being part owner of a company, and I ain't got to worry about no product. I ain't got to worry about coming up with no product. As long as it's a good CEO that's running the show, I milk all the benefits. All I got to do is keep investing and holding the shares. Like Nvidia, AMD, Google, who we own right now, who owns YouTube and YouTube TV, Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Who we what? We use Amazon all the time. And look at Amazon over a period of time. Look. This is what they don't want us to know. Just think if you bought Amazon in 2020, $80 a share. And it's up to 200 right now. All you got to do is use it as a savings account as an example. As long as you got your emergency fund, and you continue to add on to your emergency fund. right? And buy these shares, invest in these companies with the goal of passing them down. Stop buying your kids Jordans. Stop buying them Jordans. Buy them what? Shares of Nike. Well, let's look at Nike. Look at Nike. Look at Nike. 172 was the high. Nike is what? On a wholesale right now. You could buy Nike right now for 50% off. As an example. We got to stop buying our kids these Jordans, all this stuff, and ain't owning none of the shares of the company. We got to stop buying all these Apple phones and these Apple computers and not own shares of the company. We got to start thinking like that. Most of us don't think like that. Don't. Once you start investing in these companies, you stop looking at it as a consumer and you start looking at it as a business owner. Once you understand a share, that means that you own a piece of the company. I don't care how small it is, but you keep building. You keep building and you keep growing, you keep adding, you keep adding, you keep adding. And if you want to take something off and go invest in something else. Like y'all just seen, well, I don't know if you was watching, like y'all just seen me do. I pulled the delivery company out of thin air. I took my earnings off of a Pacific company that I was invested in, and guess what I did? I I pulled a delivery company out of thin air. Yeah, that's what I did. I took my earnings out the stock market, went right up there to that Nissan place, and bought me a 2023 work vehicle, company vehicle off the showroom floor. If you look on the live, I got a picture of it. How to start your first delivery business. I got that on right here, right on my live. I went live. Some people was in there. How to start your first delivery business. I did that. Yeah. That's what I did. Dogecoin. I didn't mean to click there, but it's coming up to 15 cents on the hype in the news. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, 15 cents on Dogecoin. Let me get back to where I need to be. Let me stay. I can stay right here. Let's watch Dogecoin for a little bit. Which how Elon Musk goes, that's how Dogecoin goes. Dogecoin is my biggest trade. Back when I don't know if y'all remember back during that Saturday Night Live Musk episode. Yes, I took that. I got in at 10 cents and rode it all the way up to 80 cents. My biggest trade. Simple. I'm in Dogecoin right now. And guess what I did? I got in at 10 cents back then, sold it like 80 cents right before he got on Saturday Night Live. I bought the rumor and sold the news. And then guess what? I'm back in it again at 11 cents. I'm back in it again. So as Donald Trump media goes, how Tesla goes, is how Dogecoin is going to go because it's all connected now. It's all connected. Donald Trump win the presidency. Donald Trump give Elon Musk a job or something inside of that administration. Guess what? This gonna go up. Trump media gonna go up, which I'm gonna be out by then, and Tesla gonna go up. I'm gonna hold Dogecoin, and I'm gonna hold my Tesla. Tesla is long-term investment. That's not going nowhere. But I'm gonna get rid of this because I know that this Trump media company is not a great company. It's not. It's a meme stock. That's what that is. But I'm gonna hold on to my Tesla. That's a long-term investment. I'm holding on to this, and that's for my kids, grandkids. Yeah, that's what that is. So I've been on here. How long I've been on here? An hour and 20 minutes. It's right at 9:50. No day trades, no day trades at all. Trump media, that's what we've been watching as we broke the trend line and bouncing off support. Nvidia, double bottom, the Nvidia is trying to do what? Fill that W pattern. We got a double bottom with the W pattern. The only thing is about this W pattern compared to AMD's W pattern is that we don't really have any volume. On the AMD, we had volume. See, we had volume on this W pattern. That's why it broke out. On Nvidia, it's not that much of a volume, and the W pattern has to get back up here to break out on this side. So maybe volume will come in, you know what I'm saying, to break this W pattern. So this W pattern will run up like this W pattern, and it continues to go up. Donald Trump I need to erase this because it has broke down on that trend line. Now we're just in a channel. We're just in the channel. As volume dies, as volume dies, we are in the channel now. Everything is green. All right. So I think I'm gonna end it right here. Appreciate everybody for joining me. I can't see the comment section. I've been looking at the chart. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and do that now. See any comments. No comments as I can see. No comments. So that's okay. People just was watching, I guess. I won't know until after this is over with. But if you learn something, you know what I'm saying? Hope you start thinking about what I'm saying. But first thing you got to do is you want to start dealing with investing, you got to have an emergency fund. You got to have an emergency fund, you got to have an emergency fund. Once you got that emergency fund, then start investing light. You know what I'm saying? Start buying 1 share, 2 share in the companies that you know, like, and trust. I'm not talking about day trading. I'm talking about investing. You got to learn how to invest. You got to get an investor's mindset first. You know what I'm saying? You got to start earning. You got to spend less, and you got to invest. Rule number 1, make sure you build up that savings account. Emergency fund. Make sure you build up your emergency fund. Well, what should my emergency fund be, Stock Sniper? It's 2025. Normally, I would say 3 months emergency fund. Now, I say everybody is different, but for me to be, 1 year, 6 months to a year, emergency fund. What is emergency fund, Stock Sniper? That means you got enough money in your emergency fund. If something go down, you got enough to get out of Dodge. You got enough to pay your bills up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you don't, but in my opinion, like some people be like, well, pay the rent up or mortgage up for 3 or 4 months or whatever. I would rather just hold it, right? And keep it as an emergency fund. Then if you want to pay your rent up, you got to have your emergency fund set. Everything revolves around your emergency fund, right? An emergency fund is exactly what it is. It's an emergency fund. And you got to have an emergency fund for at least 6 months to a year in 2025. It used to be 3 months, but you got to start your emergency fund. And you got to get whatever your bills are to take care of everything. You got to have that in an emergency fund 6 months worth. So if your bills are $2,000 a month, for an example, you got to have 12,000 emergency fund. But your emergency fund is different than mine. You got to have your emergency fund with what you're comfortable with. Some people are comfortable with a 3-month emergency fund, but you got to have an emergency fund just in case your car breaks down, just in case something happens, somebody gets sick, or you lose your job, right? You lose your job, and then it's 6, 7 months or 5 months before you get another job. At least you know, okay, if you lose your job, you know that you got 6 months worth of emergency fund or 3 months. But more importantly, you got to have an emergency fund. You got to. That's the number one rule to start this. You got to have an emergency fund. Everything revolves around an emergency fund. Don't start investing. Don't start buying no stocks until you get an emergency fund. Because if all fails, you know you got your emergency fund. And then if you are invested and you're in a good position on these stocks and these shares, you won't have to do what? Sell your shares just if an emergency comes. Have you an emergency fund, and then have your savings. But the savings should be SPY, BOO. As use that SPYG. Use that as a savings account. Then start buying these shares and investing for long-term investments. That formula right there works good for me. It works good. But you know, a lot of times we be wanting to hurry up and start investing, hurry up and do this, hurry up and do that. You know what I'm saying? Then when something happens, you got to sell your shares, right? You might be sitting on $10,000 worth of Amazon. You might be sitting on $10,000 worth of Nvidia because you've been buying shares every single week, every single month for a couple of years. So you're sitting on a stockpile of shares like an Nvidia, and you might be up 15%, 20%. And then all of a sudden life hits and you ain't have no emergency fund. So what you got to do? Then you got to start selling your shares to take care of the emergency that you can take care of. That's the wrong way to do it. So rule number one, you got to start an emergency fund. And while you're building that emergency fund, you start learning. You go to school. You start learning about investments. You get your mind right mostly, because that's mostly the problem with majority of us. All we need to do is change the way we think. Like I said earlier, when the Apple phone come out, we all excited about the new features of the new Apple, right? We all excited about the features of the new Apple because we looking at the app, because our mindset is in a customer state of mind. No, you don't want to be in a customer state of mind. You want to be in a seller state of mind. You want to be in a business owner state of mind. So when I see a brand new Apple phone and I see all these reviews, right? I don't worry about how good, I don't look at it as a customer perspective. I want to know what other people think about it, what the reviews are, because guess what? If the Apple 15 or whatever they own right now, they update the camera and everybody, all the customers are talking real good about it, guess what's going to happen? It's going to go up. Yeah. My shares are going to go up. If a lot of people are buying the iPhone, I ride by an Apple store and the new Apple phone that just came out, or the new Apple computer that just came out, guess what? If I ride by the Apple store down there if I walk over there by the Galleria and I see that is a whole line of people wrapped around the building looking for that Apple phone, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go log into my TD Ameritrade account, and I'm gonna press that Apple button, and I'm gonna look. And if my Apple shares then went up 2%, 3% each share, I'm glad. All right, bro, go buy your Apple phone, man. Go buy your Apple phone, bro. The new Apple phone now I'm a salesman. I'm a product of the product. I show my people, man, look how good this Apple phone works. You know what I'm saying? They look at it in the customer perspective. I want you to buy that Apple phone. If I can get some Apple phones sold, guess what? If every shareholder on Apple start promoting the product, like if you notice, that's what people do on TV. That's what all the rappers do. The same scenario. They sell us products. They show us the Ciroc. They show us Geico. They show us Sprite. Them people got shares, bro. That's that same scenario. I show you the Apple phone. I take you to the Apple store. Oh, I'm talking good about the Apple phone. I'm talking good about YouTube TV. I'm talking good about YouTube. Because guess why? Why? Because I own shares. I'm invested in the company. Yeah. I talk good about Nvidia because I'm high on AI because I'm invested in shares. I talk about the robo taxi and the robots that's coming out. And I talk about the Tesla car. I talk about the Tesla Jeep. I talk about those things. Why? Because I own Tesla shares. Yeah. And it's all right there in S&P 500, who we hear the people talk about all the time on TV. Yeah, that's the S&P 500. All these companies in one, and then guess what? It pays a dividend. So, I mean, I've been ranting a little bit, but you got to look at it like that. I look at it I don't look at stuff as a customer perspective. Nah, I look at things differently. I look at it as a salesman, business owner perspective. Yeah. I like acid run shoes. Guess what? Find out who they up under and buy some shares. It goes with anything. You buying those. You like cigarettes? You like beer? Go buy you some shares. A Cool Filter King. You like Sprite? You like Dr. Pepper? That's owned by Coca-Cola. That's how it works. That's how you go from poor. That what I just told you that's how you could go from poor to rich, from rich to wealthy. That's how. What I just told you. Recap. Build your emergency fund. 3-6 year emergency fund. Only you can come up with your emergency fund. Come up with your number. Your number might not be 6 months. Your number might not be a year. Your number might be 3 months. Might be 2, whatever your number is. While you building that emergency fund, while you earning, spending less, you build your emergency fund up. While you doing all that, you start researching these companies that you know, like, and trust, which should be easy because a lot of them is right in front of our face. Earn, like, and trust. I just gave you a perfect one. SPY, SPYG. SPY is 580. If you can't afford 580, go for the baby SPY, which is SPYG. Start there. I think that one is like at $80 right now. Start right there. Just keep buying shares every week, every 2 weeks, every week. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Buy some shares every week. Once you get up to over 20 or 25, you start feeling better about yourself. You start looking at things differently. Your mind starts changing. You got to change the way you think. Once you change the way you think, all this will come together. It'll all come together. Have that emergency fund. Earn, spend less. Build your emergency fund. Then start buying shares of stocks over a period of time. 2-3 years pass by. Look at what you got going on. But the whole time but like I just said earlier, I don't know if you caught that. The emergency fund is always building. Just because you might have a 3-month emergency fund, it don't stop. Yes, I say build your emergency fund up to 6 months. Yes, you build it up to 3 months, you build it up to 6 months, you build it up to a year before you start investing, whatever your number is. But you still contribute to the emergency fund. Just like you buying stocks, just like you investing, you also still contribute to the emergency fund. You just keep doing it. And if you make it 6 months without nothing happening, that's a blessing from God. If you have a zero emergency fund and work that emergency fund up to 3 months, 6 months without no emergency happening, what is an emergency stock, sniper? You lose your job, you get in a car wreck and you lose your vehicle. Somebody gets sick, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things. That's an emergency. So if you have zero emergency fund right now, you should not be thinking about nothing else but building that emergency fund up to 3 to 6 months. Once you build that emergency fund up to 3 to 6 months, then you can breathe a little bit better. Then you can say, well, okay, I'm gonna buy me 1 share, 2 share. You don't have to buy a whole lot of shares at one time. You can start small. You know what I'm saying? The main thing is get your mind programmed. Once you get programmed, you just stockpile. You stockpile your emergency fund and you stockpile your investment portfolio. Yeah, that's how it works. And then once you start seeing these gains, then you can sell you know what I'm saying, and then re-put it, and move it to another investment, another product or service. You know what I'm saying? Like what I did, I took some of my investment, I started a whole new delivery business, really easy and simple, using Amazon. You know what I'm saying? It's so simple in 2025, bro, than it was when I started, bro. Especially when you got something like Nvidia. These companies are moving, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just look. These companies, Nvidia, AI. You know what I'm saying? These companies are moving. I can't stop showing this, bro, because I want y'all to get it. These companies are moving. These companies are moving. This is one. This is Man, just look. These companies are moving. This is Nvidia. This is 1 year. Not even a year. These companies are moving right now. These companies are moving. Literally. A year ago, Nvidia was $40 a share. Now it's 150. Just think if you've been dollar cost averaging for the whole year. And you're sitting on 200 shares, 300 shares, 400 shares, 500 shares, 1,000 shares of Nvidia. Bro, just think about it. And your cost average base is way down here in the 80s. That's damn near 100% for 1 year. All you're doing is buying shares. You living your life. You earning, you spending less, and you buying shares. Boom, 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 boom. 1 year later, however many shares you came up with, if you was God bless you to be able to afford 100 shares, just do the numbers. 1,000 shares. Just do the numbers. You can sell that out at the all-time high, take that investment, go invest in something else, start a delivery business out of thin air, like I just did. Start a delivery business out of thin air. And then build on that. 1 year. That's why, you know what I'm saying? I hear people say all the time, it takes too long-term investing in the stock market. I hear people say that all the time. Bro, you're not educated. You just got to change your way of thinking, and somebody got to lay it out to you just like this. And I'm laying it out right now. I'm giving the wealth of information in this live alone. Oh, it take too long, the stock market. Bro, just think if you'd have bought, last year, November, last Christmas. Instead of buying Christmas gifts, instead of spending $2,000-3,000 on Christmas gifts, you took that $2,000-3,000 and bought $2,000-3,000 worth of Nvidia way back before Christmas. I'm finna do the numbers right now. Right now. Okay. I'm finna pull out my calculator for the people that's listening. And then I'm gonna end this live. Okay. Listen. In December, I'm gonna say $50 a share for Nvidia. And you bought dollar cost averaged in all year, and now you got 200 shares as an example. That's 10,000, right? Your base average cost, I'm gonna say, is 60. I'm gonna say 60 as an example. No, I ain't gonna say 60. I'm gonna say 80. 80. $200 shares. 1 year, it took you 1 year to get 200 shares. You spun 60. I'm gonna write that down. You spun 16,000 over 1 year period of time. You paid 80,000 for a share, but you buying for 1 year. You buying a share every week. Which when you get paid, whatever left over, you buying shares every week. You ended it by the end of the year, you got 200 shares, and your average cost is $80 a share. Okay, now the shares are $150 multiplied by 200, 30,000. You'll have 30,000 in that example. You flipped your money. You flipped it 100%. You take that and do what I just did as an example. Do what I did. I went to the car lot and bought a 2023 brand new cash. And do what? Put a delivery sign on there, open up me an Amazon account, give me an Amazon contract, DoorDash and Uber, and put that to work. How long is it gonna take to make that 30,000 back? Working those three, that's just 3 as an example. You got a delivery business going out of thin air. Or whatever, and then or whatever. I'll just use delivery as an example, and then you can get that done. Then you can buy your first investment property. You could take that and buy a lot with 30,000 or 15 or whatever. You could take 15,000 and buy and reinvest it in a lot, real estate, and take the other 15 and start a delivery business and keep the money going. With that, that's money every single day. That delivery business, that's every single day. Every time, if I feel like I want to do it, I just do it. That's all. That's an earn every single day, an investment and an earn at the same time. Well, when they came out with those delivery apps driving, oh, that's the best thing they ever that's the best thing they ever could have done. Yes, that's the best thing they ever could have done for somebody that got the right mindset. Like that type of mindset that I'm talking about. An investor, stay down till you come up, earn, spend less, and invest. Brand new car, warranty, no notes, and work it how I want to work it. It's easy to get rich in 2025, bro. It's easy to go from poor to rich. It's easy to go from poor to rich in 2024 and 2025. Man, I wish they had all this stuff in the 90s. That's why ain't no reason for nobody need to be in the street. There's no reason for begging and bumming. You know what I'm saying? Because of this. So that's my time. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go on, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, earn, spend less, and invest. The stock market is my block. You know what I'm saying? 704 Wall Street is my block. We're going to end it with watching Donald Trump as we move back on up, trying to get above 46.25. 704 Wall Street is my block. You got to earn, spend less, and invest. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Come rock with me Monday Night Football tonight. It's going down. With that being said, I love and appreciate y'all. This is the Stock Sniper. I'm out.